I drove across the country and back. These three women. Lina, a housewife whose husband no longer wanted to touch her at all. Sloane, she and her husband brought other people into the bedroom. All the stories of men who hadn't sewn enough of their hopes. And Maggie, a girl whose first real experience of love was with her married high school teacher. The thing we can do to understand is to listen. I drove across the country and back. These three women. Lina, a housewife whose husband no longer wanted to touch her at all. Sloane, she and her husband brought other people into the bedroom. All the stories of men who hadn't sewn enough of their hopes. And Maggie, a girl whose first real experience of love was with her married high school teacher. The thing we can do to understand is to listen.
I am no longer your master.
Video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
Master.
You sure look like a master to me.
This is Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
I know what it's like to lose precious things.
I am no longer your master. Shogun.
Video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
Master.
You sure look like a master to me.
This is Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
I know what it's like to lose precious things.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name's Ashley. This is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV, movie related. And y'all know I'm here to put you on, and we are back. Can you guys believe we have made it to episode 9 of Three Women? And I mean, I guess they saved the juiciest for last, because this episode, y'all, this episode was like a fever dream, but we are going to get into it. I'm not here alone. Y'all know how we do this every single week. Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. How are you doing today? And are you ready to dive in to all that is Sloan?
When are we ever ready to? The only person ready to dive into Sloan is her husband, child. Ain't nobody ready to dive into her. Like, this is why they saved her for last, because they knew once all of this shenanigans happened, we had nowhere left to go. Nothing needed to follow her story. She is a show all in itself, and I think it would have fared them a little better to give her a whole spotlight.
Baby, just give her the show. Give her the show, and then everybody would have been locked in the entire season. EJ over at EJ the TV Junkie. Ma'am, how are you doing? How are you doing this Monday?
I'm good, girl. I'm good. Ready to jump into this, because this was the episode right here. This is what we should have had all along.
Oh, Lord, this was the episode. Okay. All right. And last but not least, we have Kay over at Slice of Horror. Hey, Kay. Are you ready to dive into this episode? Are you ready to dive into Sloan?
I don't know if we can ever be ready. Can we really be ready to talk about her and her mess?
We're going to try, Lord. Have mercy. And shout out to everybody who is here already. We appreciate you being here. And y'all know we are going to dive in this thing because it was Sloane's birthday. Everybody loves a birthday girl. And people should get what they want for their birthdays. Episode 9, Sex on Drugs. And we already know that when three women give us a title, they mean what they say and they say what they mean. And that is what we're going to get in the episode. And that's what we got for the better half of this episode. So, EJ, I want to start with you. Overall thoughts of episode 9, Sex on Drugs.
It was exactly as sold, like no lies told. Sex on drugs is exactly what this was. Overall thoughts, I thought that this was crazy. I left this whole thing thinking that Sloane is the ultimate finesser, and I'm not really mad at it when it's all said and done.
Not the ultimate finesser, the ultimate finesser. Kay, was Sloane the ultimate finesser? What did you think? What were your overall thoughts on episode 9, Sex on Drugs?
Grimy is what she is. I don't know if we want to call it finessing, but she grimy. She tricked all of those people and then tried to make it seem like everybody was going to be cool with it. No, you lied to everybody. You lied, but then you want to make it be like, but I lied, but did I lie? Yes. You didn't do a good thing here. You only served yourself. Everybody else was, if they leave this exchange mad, I don't think that they all wanted it like that.
Well, I mean, we'll get into it because what she said, y'all wanted this. Why am I to blame for giving you what you wanted? Tyra, you're over. Did she give the people what they wanted, what they really wanted? What were your overall thoughts?
Girl, this is a apex predator if I ever seen one. This is the number one master manipulator. She wants to be serviced on her throne as a queen. I want sex. I want manipulation. I want it now. It's my money. It's my D. You thought it was yours. It's actually mine, and I want it now under the guise of this is what everybody wants, and it's just my birthday. And this was sick. She's perverse. She needs help. I hope she gets some soon because this is over there with the psychotic folks.
Maybe she's a degenerate. I mean, let's be honest. Let's call a thing a thing. As much as you may like Sloane, she's perverse. She's different. Synopsis, episode 9, written by Chisa Hutchinson and Tori Sampson, directed by Nathalie Alvarez Misen. Well, I'll say it. I probably butchered it. Sloane hatches a secret plan to get everything she wants, culminating in an evening of hallucinatory intimacy and the disclosure of secrets that could destroy Sloane's life as she knows it. But she said, F all that. I don't give a damn. I'm going to blow it up and then I'm going to rebuild it because I get what I want at the end of the day. Okay. As the episode opens up, though, we get just a glimmer and a taste back in Indiana, and we see Lena and Jack in the Kmart. And I guess Lena was shooting her shot. She said, listen, he comes up, where's Gia? I know I sound crazy. I know I look crazy, but I need her. You know, this is just crazy. And he's like, I'm not speaking in hyperbole. I'm literally losing it. And she's like, baby, listen, I'm single and I text back. You got such a cute face, Jack. Like I can't tell you. I wish I could. Jack is down bad. Kay, what did you think about this interaction? Was she shooting her shot? Like, did she really think Jack was going to try to take a ride on the Lena train or what?
I think Kay's frozen.
Okay.
There she goes.
Okay.
And you're muted.
Can y'all hear me now? Am I still frozen? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was muted. Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Nope, nobody wants it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it, Lena. Lena keep giving it away, but nobody's taking. We don't want it. And she lied to that man's face to say she didn't. I understand you protecting your friend, but he ghosted someone that is pregnant with his child. And then you have a nerve enough to let him know, like, just in case she don't ever text back, I will. What are we doing here? Are we protecting our friend, or are we trying to get a hookup on the low because we know you like to mess with other people men? So what are we really doing here, Lena?
First of all, that is not, Lena and Gia are not, like, right, they are not friends. As much as they want to act like they friends, we know they not friends. Lena would have that man if he winked at her. If Jack said, yeah, you right, Lena, you do text back. Let me start something with you. Tyra, talk to me about Lena and Jack in the Kmart. What did you, and I feel bad for Jack. I feel so bad for him.
Gia wrong as hell for that.
I don't. You wanted that toxic hot mess romance. You was gonna have your say anything 80s moments with her. You were sadly mistaken. This was not Love Actually. This was nothing you fantasized it to be. She is, a terrible individual. And if he wants to keep chasing after that, so be it. We ain't learned no lesson. But, Lena said, I show you what to do with him, all right? I show you what to do with this good man. This is a good man. You see how he just took my kids? You see how he walked up to you and kissed you and touched you? I ain't never had that. My husband called me a wet blanket. I'm trying to see what that be like. I don't know what's going on with that, but you call me. Here's the number in the dime. Call me anytime. Like, if he offered, Lena would have been there. She was like, baby, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been around the block. I see what's out here in these streets. It ain't a whole bunch of jacks. All right. I'm going to take this man and show you what you don't want him. She said, I see an opportunity. But he's, of course, stuck on Gia, and it wasn't that. And I had to lie to that man in his face, his cute baby face. I just had to lie. Like, Lena, get a grip.
The way she said it reminded me of girl talking about, I fry chicken hard the first time. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Come over here. The weather is nice over here, Jack. You work hard at this Kmart taking pictures. I'm going to bag you up. EJ, talk to me about Lena in this grocery store. And is she doing what's noble by not giving Gia's information to him?
Well, honestly, she's lying. I don't really think she's doing anything noble. And yes, they're not friends at all. Like, Gia is just using her. Maybe in Lena's eyes, maybe they friends or something like that. But I don't know how many friends is trying to backdoor you with your alleged man person thing. I don't know what he is right now, but I'm not even mad at Gia no more because this is his fault. You gotta pass the first go around. Like, I know it was sad, yeah, whatever, but you gotta pass. That baby gone, and you still stuck around. Your fault. I feels not one bit of sorry for him. Sorry.
Listen, when Diddy asked you to party, you got to tell him no. You got to tell Gia no. Don't.
She showed her true colors. She showed what she thought about you when we disappeared the first time. You followed her, then we miscarried, and she disappeared the second time. Like, how long are you gonna chase this woman? He's insane.
And if we didn't know already, Gia is just a miserable, terrible person. She is the scum between my toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a diabolical, low down, gutter bucket wrench to do somebody like this after getting pregnant by them a second time. You ran off on the plug twice, literally. Like, she deserves no good thing in this world, in my mind. And so we get to see her interacting, of course, with her agent who's come to see her, who's basically like, why the hell are you pregnant? You wouldn't be saying this if I was a man. He's like, yeah, because if you were a man, you wouldn't be pregnant. And again, all she can think about is the book. She's not even considering, in my mind, the well-being of this kid. If she is really sick and dying, like she thinks she is, wouldn't you want the father of this child to know where you are at any given moment, so that he could potentially have a relationship with his unborn child? Like, everything about her disgusts me, and I get it, she's damaged, but how much of that can we use as a defense as a grown A woman? Tyra, talk to me about Gia and this whole thing.
You ain't got no money. Gia is running off as if, you know what, I don't need a man to take care of me and my baby. I'm an independent, wealthy, white woman writer. I can do this on my own. I'll call you when I have this baby, but I got these bills. I got these checks coming in. Don't you know I'm a writer? I'm an authoress. Because you ain't got a dime. She is broke. You have no real place to live. You barely got a window open in a pot to throw it out. Like, you don't have anything to your name. We're trying to get this car. We're trying to get this book complete on a hope, a dollar, a prayer, and a dream. Everything in this moment is solely riding on Gia. Gia getting Sloane's story because he said, without that, what do we have here? The other two, little yang around the house. Sloane is the key. Nobody's gonna mess with this book. It's not even gonna make it to the shelf if her story is not solidified. Oh yeah, it's no problem. I can't give you. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, girl? I can't give you no more extensions. I can't give you no more time. They don't should give you no more checks. And she ain't bought a diaper the first, ain't a huggy in sight, but she walking around here acting like she got time to spare, and it's okay for her to dismiss somebody. At least if he didn't do nothing, he would take care of that baby.
when the agent said everything that I thought watching this entire season, he said, it's sad, Maggie is sad, Lena, she's unhinged, that's fine, but Sloane is the money. Sloane is the money maker. Kay, talk to me. Sloane is the money maker, right? And what did you think of this whole thing with Gia? Just what do you think of Gia as a person at this point?
Gia is probably one of the most selfish and self-serving people next to Sloane, because everybody that comes into her life, she's using for some reason. Like, how dare you waddle yourself to the hospital while somebody else's child is in the hospital still talking about, but what about that book though? She would have got the cuss the hell out if it was me. I don't care if you're pregnant or not, because obviously you don't care about the health and wealth of your child, because you still ain't went to go get a checkup, and you ain't called the baby daddy who could have been there. But you see, I'm in an emergency situation, and you over here trying to talk about your book because it's stale, and you need my help for your book, not because it's gonna help me, but because you ain't got no money. At this point, ain't no way. And then always smiling to people's face like, I'm here. I just want to tell your story. Well, maybe you need to spice up your story. That your story is so boring that you stalking this black lady for a story, and go look in the mirror. Tell your own story about you and that man that you keep pumping and dumping.
Yeah, I mean, tell that story. That's a story.
Can't you see I have cancer? Like, girl, who said that?
Exactly.
No
They
one
didn't even
said
tell
it.
you that. First of all, they
No.
said we see something. They ain't even tell you that in the first place. You just out here lying to these people like you got the labs.
No biopsy, no real scan, nothing.
Exactly.
And she
Mind
just
your business. Gia said, I am going through my second treatment of chemo right now. Where, weirdo?
oh my gosh. EJ, well, Gia, talk to me about her. What you feel?
So many things. What I feel, I can't
Put that
really,
rough dried shirt on. I'm sorry, I just noticed it.
girl.
Rough dry.
I can't even tell you all the things that I feel for her. But I mean, at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is that Gia's going to end up having to sell them pearls again, and that's going to be it, because she is broke. She like broke, and I 100% agree. At the end of the day, okay, maybe he wasn't bringing anything else to the table, but he had a job. I don't care if he was making 10, 12, 13, $14 an hour. It was going to buy some Pampers, some Similac, and some bottles. That's all we needed at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, why are we doing him like this? Gia is so horrible that it's ridiculous. Like, the fact that she is the horrible person after all the things that we've seen, I mean, with the exception of Maggie, delusional, but with the exception of her, the fact that she is the horrible person and the one that the story should entirely be focused on, talking about her book, she should be writing a autobiography. That's what she should be writing, because her story is the messy story, because this is some bull. I mean, about her mama getting whacked out. I mean, the dude, like, it's just a lot. It's just too much. Like, she got a lot of story to tell, and she should be telling it about herself. And I can't stand her. Did y'all see the way she looked at the end of the episode? Oh, she irked me.
The way, I haven't read the book, I thought the way Gia moves, I thought we was gonna be giving this baby up for adoption. I was like, oh, she's trying to keep the baby? Oh, he cares about the baby? I thought we were moving towards adoption.
This heifer don't care about nobody but herself. Poor baby. I feel bad for the child. But they say motherhood changes some women sometimes. So
I don't think it changed her though.
Girl, so next we see Sloane and that man on a boat. And should we stop? Sloane, you don't want to stop with Indigenous Bay. Let's call a thing a thing. You've been busting it open morning, noon, and night on this little boat that he got. You ain't worried about that husband. You ain't worried about that child. You're not worried about anything, Sloane. You're not even worried about this book that you told this heifer you was going to give your story to, because you've been blocking her, ignoring her calls. And so while we're in a warm embrace, honey, she gets a call and she got to make a run. But before that, she says, should we stop? Kay, was that genuine? Was that sincere? Was Sloane ever really going to stop with Indigenous Bay at this point in their situationship?
No, that's a manipulation tactic to say that although we probably should stop, if I ask you the question, but I am still seducing you in the meantime, which means you're going to be coerced into wanting to keep doing that. So therefore, when I ask you, should we stop? and you voluntarily keep going, now I've manipulated you. So when you say this is wrong, this is bad, I can go back and say, well, I asked you, did you want to stop?
I asked you. You said you can't stop. That's what he said. He
Although
said I can't
although
stop.
your junk is in my hand, I said, we should stop, right?
He said I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller, EJ. Did Sloan really want to
Girl.
stop, or is it like Kay said, this was a manipulation tactic from an expert manipulator at this point?
Okay, well, Sloan is all of those things, but we got to give Indigenous Bay a little bit of some of this blame as well, because, dude, at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, you made a choice. You knew that you wanted to be better, do better, and all the things, but yet you still allowed yourself to get into this situation. At any time, you could have walked away from Sloan, the seductress, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. You could have walked away, but you chose to stay up in this. You wanted this. She wanted this. Everybody, y'all both wanted this, and now y'all in this. And ain't nobody stopping. Period.
Who turning Sloan down? I'm just saying. Who turning Sloan down? I mean, and we'll get into the itty bitty nibbies later on, but that's my only deal breaker with her. I don't want them itty bitty nibbies. Tyra, talk to me about. Talk to me.
You gonna leave Sloan and them itty bitty titties alone, okay? Because if she don't do nothing in these episodes, she gonna put them on the glass. All right, you gonna get these.
She gonna
get these stingers. All right.
Still got on the singing bra.
Stop there. Nobody's stopping. She wants to feel wanted. She likes the thought of maybe getting caught. She likes this is where she finds her passion. This is why we're doing it. Like, we're on an island. They on Gullah Gullah Island cheating off. Where y'all finding space and time to not be seen on a damn island? But she likes this. This is enticing to her, and it's like, hey, should we stop? Like, no, I know you're not gonna stop because you want this black cat, don't you? She ain't stopping nothing, and neither does he. It took all of that we get later for him to have a revelation. He's enjoying this just as much as she is.
Mm-hmm. Still.
Oh, Lord.
Once you go black, you never go back.
So while all that's going on the boat, she get a call, and he's like, well, call me and tell me everything that happened, Sloan. I want to know about the baby. I want to make sure she's fine. Okay, Indigenous Bay, whatever. We get to the hospital, and there goes Blair, a.k.a. Richard, talking about the baby broke arm while out with Granny. And she looks at him like, why the hell is she out with my mama? I don't talk to my mama like that. We don't get down like that. I don't want that influence on my child. But the baby's going to be okay. But the arm is broke. And Big Mama's apologizing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm disgusted. We all are very disgusted with Mom after our introduction, I believe in episode 3, was it? And now to see her again in the hospital, again, husband kind of tiptoeing over boundaries, which is the only reason I can think that they would have shown us the scene of this, because what was really the significance of it all? EJ, what did you think about this whole scenario with the mom seeing the child without Sloane's consent? All of that. What did you think?
I mean, she the granny. Like, if you really didn't want your child to see her, then you would have made that very clear to Richard that she is never to see her, period. Like, you pretty much can get him to do any and everything that you want him to do. So I don't know how this was any different, if I'm just keeping it real. But at the end of the day, I mean, after what she just got through doing, I mean, you really can't come up in here talking about nothing. I mean, I understand baby broke her arm and all that type of stuff, but it's just like just all the optics for me. Like, every time she does something ridiculously crazy, like what she's been doing, all the manipulation, I can't take anything else serious with her when stuff like this happens. Girl, it's her granny. Just go on. That's your issue. Don't push your issues off on her at this moment. Just set some boundaries and let's keep it pushing.
I think she tried to. I really do. I wouldn't, if that was my mama, I wouldn't want my child around her either. Tyra, talk to me about this situation. And was he stepping over her boundaries? I feel like we've discussed it a little bit earlier in the season as far as the relationship dynamic with the mom and, her taking the daughter without, we had the same situation, really. Granny took the daughter before.
First of all, this is dramatic. It was a fracture. I was like, all of this. I was like, every kid, every single kid, at least once coming up, fractures a bone. That's like a rite of passage when you get your little, like, want to sign my cast? I fell, or I had a little sports injury. So all of this, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. What the hell? I said, is she dead? What are we doing here? I was like, oh, I thought she was, unconscious with the machines keeping her alive. I said, oh, she just had a fracture. Oh, okay. Well, to each his own. This is the video. But yeah, she did make it clear, like, I don't want you doing anything like that without my permission. Run it by me. Don't just think just because it's my mom and you don't have any boundaries with her and you're her fave and thank you, Lord, you found me, you my man. I still want you to run it by me. But yeah, we can't say that if we on boats with boats and hoes and we, do you want to stop? Yeah. If you would have been here with your child and with your husband, maybe you could have interjected that, but you weren't. So here we are. But yeah, the dramatics here in this scene, I thought the baby was holding on and clinging to life the way they was acting.
Not holding on and clinging to life. Kay, what did you think about this whole scenario? Sloan wasn't there, but does that give the husband the right to step over?
Yeah.
That line.
I was just about to say, none of them have no boundaries.
Sloan's mother is like a Sloane. Like she's just a mini. Like he don't have no like he got 2 habitual line steppers in his life. He's just like, well, I just want to come get her right now. Well, yeah, I'll get her things. He's not gonna tell nobody nothing.
Exactly. Ain't nobody got no boundaries. That's exactly why he let the mama just go ahead and do that. He let Sloan do all the stuff that she be wanting to do. Don't nobody know how to exercise the right to use the word no. Just say no and put up your boundaries. But he just let her do whatever just for the sake of I want her to let her know that I'm here to just make her happy and to be her support, because my wife is all that and I just can't have her out here leaving. And she knows that he ain't got no boundaries. And her mama knows she raised her daughter to not have any boundaries. Mm-hmm. So when you don't have none, nobody's gonna respect you. So that's why Sloan just be doing this stuff to people, because she don't respect their boundaries, because she don't have any, because her mama didn't teach her to have any.
She already don't want no bra. I said, Sloan, you ain't gonna want no bra none of the episodes.
She ain't got
at this point for what? The training one?
It don't matter. I don't care if you got little things. You better put something on there.
She wanted to wear undershirt, y'all. She said, put your undershirt on, Sloan.
Put your undershirt on. You know how you do your kids. When you going without an undershirt on? You out in the world. Put your undershirt on.
Get one from the junior section.
And so Sloan and of course they meet because of all of the random things to do pregnant. Sitting in a hospital hallway on the floor is ignorant. Again, another reason I don't like Gia, because why are you on the floor, dingbat? Why are you sitting on the floor? Okay, when there's all these chairs, all these rooms, there's waiting rooms. Why are you sitting on the floor? Anyway, Sloan, are you following me? Because everything's about Sloan. But I don't run it past, I don't run anything past Gia. But why are you following me? I'll tell you when I want to tell you about this damn book. And Gia's like, well, are you going to do it? I need to know. Are you going to do it? Because again, you are fodder for the public. I need you to finish my book because on my own, I'm not that inventive or creative. And so now they're having this whole back and forth in the hospital. And you're here alone. Okay, you're here to get a scan. And ultimately, we see Sloan step in and go with Gia to get her ultrasound or whatever it was. Whatever. I could care less. It was not a beautiful bonding moment. I think that these people are 2 peas in a pod. I think they are purely, both of them, motivated by selfish reasons. Tyra, talk to me about this whole situation, meeting in the hospital. Now I'm going to sit in your sonogram, ultrasound, whatever it was. What are you doing? And sitting on the floor in the hospital hallway.
First of all, dirty. But what do we expect from her? She's been dirty since we met her. She's been dirty. Just filthy. She always looked like she been rolled hard and hung up wet every single episode anyway. She don't own iron. Dirty. But this felt very contrived and forced. I wish we had another way for them to meet. For her, that instant, you want to talk? I can tell you want to talk to someone. Just tell me what's. I was like, the Sloan we know, she wouldn't give a damn about this. She wouldn't care. You can't tell me nothing transpired in the time of her trying to get this and coerce this story that they feel bonded enough for her to care if she's being checked out in the pregnancy and my mom and my dad and I just like don't nobody care. Don't nobody care for all the backstory that Gia has and what she's been through. It says a whole lot that we still find her despicable. I have no sympathy for this pregnant woman.
None.
I have none. Like, and then I'm gonna, okay, I got cancer. It's like, nobody told you that. Where was that? Like, the girl, you don't, but all right, we're gonna roll with it and say maybe, and that's just, her knee-jerk reaction that she's having, but it's nothing. I wish we got another scene for them to be two peas in a pod, but this is what we got.
Okay. Are they two sides of the same coin, Gia and Sloan?
Absolutely, and both be judging each other like one is like somebody's in the wrong. That one be doing more than the other one. Because when I seen her pop up and approach her in the hospital, I said, just like Jocelyn, I said, "Oh, why is you here?" Because I got stuff to take care of. I'm doing family time right now. I don't give a damn about your dry ass book. And don't you need to go see the doctor? I ain't got nothing to do with your medical appointment. First of all, you worried about the wrong damn thing at this point. If you waddling in here and asking me about a book, can't you see my life right now is taking care of my child? Like, you should be trying to focus on yours right now. We can talk about this outside of that. That's the boundary you set. I'm right now focused on my family. You need to focus on yours. My office hours are from 9 to 5.
No, I think she's playing this. I think she's playing this. Out of all the effing seats in the hospitals, all the hallways to walk down, you just happen to be sitting on the floor looking for sympathy as a pregnant pedestrian white woman on the floor. She playing this. She knew that woman was coming around the corner.
She would have been like, "Yeah, I see you busy with your family. We'll just talk about it later, and I'll send some prayers for your daughter. Just let me know when everything is fine." No, she said, "Well, what about my book though? What about the story?"
It's the same. She probably came here with an agenda for an appointment, and then she comes along. And she's like, "Oh Lord, what do I do? I need," like, she just slid down the wall. It's like, "Oh, I need help."
That wall slide, get it every time.
Oh Lord, not slid down the wall. EJ, are they two peas in a pod?
Girl, they is the pod. Both of them. I mean, oh my God. Okay, first of all, let me get my words together. First and foremost, the way if I was Sloan that I would have just walked away from her. Okay, I gotta go see about my daughter. You just went on and on having a dang on nervous breakdown, a damn near conniption about your child being in this hospital bed with the arm, you know what I'm saying, with the fractured arm, leg, whatever it is. I don't know. One of them, I think it's a leg. But anyway, you just had a whole meltdown, but you took the time away from your child to go and do a whole scan with Gia trifling self. And I just didn't understand. It didn't make it not a lick of sense to me. I would have never did anything with Gia. And the way that the energy that Gia was giving her, like, she gave her some serious energy. I just need to know. No. And that would have been it for me. Like, I wouldn't have gave her like not any of my time, none of my energy. And the word boundaries is just the word of the day, people. Boundaries.
I need to know. You need to give me, girl, I don't have to give you nothing but a bath.
Okay.
Rod, not concepts of empathy. Break it down for me. Concepts of it. In theory, one could be, compassionate, empathetic for one such as Gia. If it's a if for me, maybe when. Okay.
If we never seen none of that stuff about her ever.
Meanwhile, Sloan is in the process of grooming Emily, whatever that lady's name is, to be down with the orgy. There's no other word for it, y'all. It was a full-on. Oh, okay. That's what it was. And so not only am I liquoring her up at the bar and just letting her know how exciting this is that my husband, Richard, he says you're pretty cute. It was typical Cher and Elton. If you remember Clueless, this is what happened. And we all saw what happened with that. Ty. Me with Ty. Why would I want Ty? Like, you know what I mean? It gave that. Like, why are we lying? Okay. And then of course we take the baby and the husband to the floral shop, and Richard and Emma are just and Sloan is loving it because, right, I'm setting the stage and it's all lies and deception. It's all lies and deception. Richard ain't say he wanted that white woman. He ain't said that. And so now she is laying the foundation. This is grooming one-on-one. Maybe she and Mr. Knodel had a session outside and talked about this is how you groom somebody for a situation, because that's exactly what happened. EJ.
Did you say her, Mr. Knodel?
Yeah, her and Maggie's teacher. They probably had a session. This is how you do it. But she said she was going to use the drugs. He don't use the drugs to get them.
Girl, this just goes to show Sloane's I don't know if it's
Allegedly.
narcissism or whatever. I don't want to use that word and maybe that's not exactly what, but it feels very narcissistic to me. Just the way that she does all of this and feels like she, oh my gosh, she just feels like she can't be touched in any way. Do you see the way she's sitting up there laughing with her and just dragging her into this, like making her feel a certain type of way? And then here, oh girl is, oh, and such, he just thinks you're hot, and I think you're hot, and we think you're hot. Ma'am, you are getting talked into getting into a whole foursome. Do you not know? Walk away. I was like looking at her like, please walk away. You do not know what's about to go down.
Stranger
Like,
danger.
like walk away from all of this, but she's just buying into it. So I got to give her a little bit of it too, because like, how do you not see this? How do you allow yourself to be walked into this? Like, you're walking through the door of this and you're not even putting up like I don't care about the liquor right now. Like, you ain't got enough liquor in your system to walk through this door. And you're just like leading, I'll bring the shrooms. I never had shrooms before. Okay, y'all, too much.
She lying.
Okay, talk to me about it. Was she grooming her in this moment? And did she take a page out of Mr. Canodle's book?
I said, you know what? She want Jacob more than Bella did to do all of this. Because you really did a whole setup just to sleep with somebody. Is it that good? Like,
Indigenous Bay wasn't stroking nothing.
We saw them strokes. It's not.
I want to know who had something that was that good that you got to manipulate 3 people to get something and lie to a whole slew of people to have a whole swinging session. That something must be that good. You have to be so full of yourself to go in here and to do all that. And the thing is, she had no remorse about it. She knew exactly what she was doing and why, and didn't feel bad about it at all. She don't care that she ruined those people's relationship. She don't care that her own husband was mad at her. She don't care about none of that. She was just like, but I still got the D though. I still got it at the end of the day.
She been getting the D, girl.
Mhm.
Been getting it. But now
But
she
then
getting
she
it
can say,
without the
I got
guilt.
it, and I got it in front of everybody, and all y'all know about it, and you can't say nothing.
All right,
That's
we're
the
gonna
part.
get to it. We're gonna get into the thick of it. This is just the precursor. Tyra, setting the stage, lies and deceit. Was this grooming? Was this a groomer's move?
Girl,
In this situation?
this high price wealthy hoe. It ain't take but 9 episodes for her to become Ronnie in Players Club. Like, girl, this is what we're doing now. If this wasn't predatory behavior, I don't know what it was. This was a setup. We were lured. This is all that and then some. First of all, who the hell cleaning up all them flowers in that little girl's room? I was like, whose idea was this? This is a bit much. Who gonna clean that up? Yeah, this was disgusting. This was disgusting, and this has been her plan all along. And for how comfortable she was, she's done this multiple times. This wasn't her first rodeo. I feel like she been out being a deceiver, a liar, and a Ronnie and a hoe for all of her days in the vineyard. This was disgusting.
That part.
She said all her days in the vineyard. And we find out, of course, that the reason why daughter was with Granny was because they were planning Sloane's birthday party. So we have birthdays and mommy dearest, white women incite riots and foolishness, Sloane. Keep them away from your husband, all right? I heard about that little florist and I heard about that reporter. Stay away from both of them. Tyra, is this sage advice?
Girl,
Are these words of wisdom?
Not for her daughter. She doesn't know her daughter. You don't know who you're talking to. You're talking to an apex predator. You're talking to who you're trying to make that lady, Lily, Emily, Emma, whatever, the girlfriend. This is who you're trying to make her out to be. She's the nemesis. She's the villain. People need to watch their husband, their man, their significant anything, because she crawling on anything that has a leg and a third leg to hump it. You need to warn people about your cicada running around, landing on everybody. Disgusting thing like this. And she knows that there are undertones. This whole situation, they've been trying to pretend that there's something that they're not. That's why we have that outburst of whatever with the mom later. Like this is fake. She knows that that's not that. But it's like, you need to watch. You got a good man. And the white woman will be like, yeah, no, this is your daughter. This is your daughter. This is who it is. And like, she just needs to revel in who she knows. She knows this is who she is. This isn't like she said, Richard saved her. She been outside. She just feels like that this is something else. It's just wrapped in some pretty rich folks paper. A hoe is still a hoe.
A hoe's still a hoe, even if she don't know she a hoe.
Tonight, because there's a difference between her being sexually fluid and liberated and her grooming and being a predator. Like I lost all respect for this lady. She can go away.
Oh, she could go to the hot place. She said, EJ, birthdays and mommy dearest, white women incite riots and foolishness. Stay away from them. What did you think of this interaction with her mom? And also the comment of, you fly too close to the sun, Sloan,
Oh yeah, that's where this all started when she asked her about that. Well, first and foremost, I know that Mama Sloan know that this is that her daughter is the one. She has to know. And this brings us back to the point about this little bitty itty bitty island and her out here on this boat and thinking ain't nobody seeing her. Mama just told all the things. She know about all the stuff that's going on. You can't tell me that Mama don't know about the other stuff that's going on and she don't know about her daughter and that her son-in-law and her daughter be swinging. Tell me that. Like, you can't tell me that for 1 minute. Now, on the other hand, sometimes it's like looking in the mirror. Like it's like y'all are the same two people essentially. It's just you created this person, you created this manipulator, you created this liar. So just deal with it and move on and stay out of grown folks' business. They is swinging, let them do what they do, mama. But at the end of the day, don't be blaming what's her name. It's not her fault that she got pulled into this mess. Not her fault.
Be in her business. Please be in her business. She needs to be stopped.
Somebody gotta stop her.
She can't help her. She ain't listening to her. She ain't got no respect for her mama. She like, I don't care what you got to say.
She really don't. You see how high her eyebrows went in that top picture? She was, Kay, talk to me about, did you agree with what Mama Sloan had to say to her child? I mean, because we already know who Sloan is. Sloan is the predator. Sloan is, no one said it better. Darfalina said Sloan is the white woman folks need to keep their husbands away from. Sloan is her.
See, this is how I feel. Because this behavior didn't happen overnight. She was probably being one of those fast tail kids that you hear about in probably middle school, that the mamas was just like, is my son over there at your house? Or I just wanted to let you know I caught your daughter jumping out the window. And so, being that kids tell everything, when grandma went to go get the baby, she was probably like, I seen Jacob leaving out the house around breakfast time that one day. And her mom probably said, you know what? She's still doing it. Still doing it. And so she knows, and being that black moms don't have boundaries, she said, I'm gonna let you know you're out here doing way too much. I know what you're doing because you was doing it when you was a teen.
And what's crazy to me, though, you may know her behaviors, but then you also should know the root of it. And in the narration throughout this episode,
that blind spot. No, see, you can't do that. Talk about that part with these black moms
because in the narration, she's saying
the fault in their own stars.
Because all Sloan ever wanted was to be loved. And this is the sick, twisted way she's determined is the best way for her to feel loved. And it is really sick and twisted. It's really sad, unfortunately. It is.
Because Richard has... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, EJ.
I just gonna say, because Richard has given her so much and given her and tried to make her feel as wanted as you possibly can. Like, I haven't seen anything that Richard hasn't done or tried to do for her. And the fact that she continues to want this, whatever she's seeking from all these other sources, I'm like, you got this man right there who is trying to do all the things that you want. But maybe that's the problem. Maybe he just won't put his foot down, and maybe he's too eager and willing to give her everything she wanted. Maybe somebody should have said no to her like a long time ago or something. I don't know, girl. Sloan has she got a problem.
Their relationship is sick and twisted. I will stand on this hill, on this mountain, that his reason for going along with all this foolishness is in a way just to keep her. And it feels sick as well to me. It just feels like a sick, twisted, toxic partnership because he knows this isn't healthy. So now we're down to shrooms and poom pooms. What could go wrong? You know what I mean?
What are we down to, Dr. Seuss?
Shrooms and poom pooms. Poom pooms and shrooms. Poom poom.
Black China and white poom poom. That's what you said. Indian poom poom.
And shroom. Okay. So what could go wrong? All right. We go in Indigenous Bays like, I really wish you would have called me. What the hell is going on? I'm not down for this. This is not the vibes. And she says, just relax, baby. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. Right. And so Emma pulls out these imported shrooms and, they set up a little micro dose for Richard because, he's new to this. He's not true to this. And Sloane does the whole bait and switch. No, baby, you take the full thing. I'll take the micro dose because she want to really be in control. She wants to monitor it. She wants to be president in this moment. This was a setup for disaster. When I saw the look, she looked like a damn predator. Kay, talk to me about shrooms and poom poom and what could go wrong in this situation.
And she knew it too, especially if this ain't something that people do on a regular basis or that's something people are used to, that, them getting a hit like that is going to take them to a high on a level they haven't experienced. And because she's experienced that before, she know the place that they're going to be so that they can be susceptible to suggestion. And that way that she could be able to manipulate them and suggest and guide them through things because their minds is elsewhere. And then at the time when it comes down, she could still say, well, you had a choice though. Nobody told you to do it. You could have stopped at any time.
You said she always make a way for escape for herself.
always make a way to say, because she sets that up in her mind is, although I'm going to guide you into doing what I want you to do, but just in case you get mad about it, I can always say you're an adult and nobody forced your hand.
Tyra, talk to me about shrooms and poom poom.
Shrooms and poom poom.
And poom poom.
Disgusting. Like, we already here under false pretenses. Richard's like, she said I was cute. So what's she like about me? What she had said. I mean, if it's all a mutual thing, because from my understanding, you were supposed to sleep with this man that one time when I was there, when I ripped that condom up with my teeth like I always do. I mean, if it's a mutual thing, it's your birthday. Why not? I want you to be happy. And she did say I was cute. She's cool. Let's go. Mm-hmm. There's that. Indigenous Bay is so nervous, but he's not nervous enough to put a halt to this situation. Like, this is so bold. But why I'm gonna give her that whole tendencies, like it's gonna be on her forehead. He said, baby, I want a microdose. Because the baby's been through some stuff. I want to make sure at least one of us is alert and out about, not having an out about a situation. So just in case. And she's like, oh, no. We could switch. Like, the way she planned this, it was very sick. And it's very selfish for her to do that. Like she's shown, well, we can't even say that because we know who her mother is. It's just a trickling down effect. But the fact that she took that away and then she secretly doses herself when it's like, I have this working in my favor. Everybody's maneuvering in a way that makes it okay for me to do the BS that I want to do. Now I can fully indulge in the shrooms and now we're all just tripping. And now I can have your man, my man in front of you and my husband. And nobody's going to be the wiser because everybody's high. This was sick. This was sick.
The Freak Fest began. EJ, it's all a good time till somebody calls somebody baby. Talk to me about shrooms and poom poom, and talk to me about this Freak Fest because it started. And I think Sloane loved every second. Like that middle picture when they're just praising her like some damn form of worship. I was like, what the hell is this? Talk to me, EJ.
All I want to do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. That's what I thought about when I saw them pum pums. But yeah, I mean, oh God, it's so much with the Freak Fest, girl. Okay, where do we start? First of all, everybody is in this trance over Sloan, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? And I think that might, even though I've noticed it prior to, but in this moment, I really leaned into and noticed that Sloan ain't got no tatas at all. And I was trying to figure out, what in the world are we doing? What is we really?
Everybody ain't got no tatas. Everybody ain't got no tatas. Some people got tatas and ass. Some people got, no tatas. It's either or some people are blessed with both. But leave Sloan and them titties alone, y'all. That's what she got.
Girl, did you see how they was rubbing? They was rubbing a chest, girl. That was awkward and weird. That wasn't that was like you rubbing a flat chest. That was weird as freak. I want to say the other word, but I'm trying to be tame. That was very, very weird.
Women are more on the flat chested A cup side. Why y'all acting like the
No, baby. Kay said it. Kay said they're what'd you say? They're minus A's. They're negative A.
It was the way they was rubbing for me. They was rubbing like it was something there, and I'm like, "What are y'all rubbing? Like, there's nothing there."
Bigger than hers.
Okay, if we had to rub anything else, I would have been like, okay, but it was just the way that the camera was all zoom. I said, "What are we doing right now? Like, this is." They've been
going in on them little ditties. They've been doing that.
Girl, I don't know why I just zoomed in.
I'm just saying, if it's me, I want a little something. Y'all know how I like something back there. I want a little something up there too. Look at you can't even grab them right. This is how you got to do them.
You do this with your fingers one more time. Put your hands down.
Yeah.
Put your hands down.
Mosquito bites on
No shade.
Put your hands down.
I'm just saying, like, seriously, that was probably, I was like, okay, so what are we doing? Because it was supposed to be this scene where everybody was like engulfed, and I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, moving on past that, clearly part that they wanted us to pay attention to. Everybody was just like, okay, we're about to do this. I was like, okay, they real loose now and everything is about to begin. But I was like, here we go. Like, once again, Sloan has manipulated the situation, and I was waiting on the other shoe to drop, y'all, but I had no clue it was going to drop the way that it dropped. With Richard and his reckless self after he almost went off on old boy about what he did last time.
We're going
too far.
We finna
I'm too far.
We finna get to it.
My bad.
We're going to get to it in the next slide. Kay, what do you think about the Freak Fest? If you have any comment on it. No shame, baby. We love all the Taninis in the world. It's just that it ain't a scene where we don't see them. She got to show them every single time.
She said, just
no shame.
I love that she be putting them things in the camera like boom, 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 and they just don't be going nowhere. I love it. It's no shame. She said, y'all gonna get these.
None.
Listen, I like the confidence. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And I mean, it must be a wonderful world to not have to wear a bra. I would love that, honestly. Well, no,
Girl,
I wouldn't, but it would be. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
Go ahead.
She's tired of her little ant bites. But I pictured, like, if we could paint a picture of a black Lilith, then that would be who she was. Because you just as evil as you want to, and you got people worshiping you. Like, that's all that she wanted. And she is a textbook example of a narcissist, because all the things that she did, she didn't even feel bad for it.
She didn't. And
she was living in her narcissistic dream right in that moment.
Oh yeah. And TP, I wouldn't even go and get a picture of that and put that up in here. I said, well, Sloan, that's a talent. That's a skill. You've been around enough of them to figure that out. I said, she gonna choke on it? I could only imagine trying a trick like that. It'd probably end up in my throat. I'd be in the ER. They'd be pulling it out with tweezers. Because how in the hell?
All that funky lubrication that be on there, put that on, bro.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so it was all hail Sloan in the Freak Factory. And this is, I mean, it goes crazy before this. I think I just got the slide didn't make it in, but here's what happens, right? So everybody's getting Bucky naked, and we done went to our partners of choice, because she wanted Indigenous Bay D. I don't know why. It was another slow ride, if you want to be technical about it. Finally, we got to see Richard, aka the Blair Underwood, disrobe fully. Was still no full frontal, but we did get to see, him, and he was putting in work with Harry Emma, right? They get into it, going to work, and he says, "Oh man, stop! Get up! Oh, I forgot, man, I ain't putting nothing on, and I done just bust her in Emma. Emma, what's happening? What? Sloan, and you know how Sloan likes to freak out. Sloan was like, what? Don't effing talk to me. Don't effing talk to me. How could you do this? Because we know how she freaks out. And so Indigenous Bay goes and gets her some kind of medicinal treat. And, she says, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. And in that moment, Emma musters up all the courage. Are you effing my man? How long has this been going on? Are you going together? Are you doing this? I mean, yeah, it was neck action. Tyra, talk to me about it. Thank you,
Who
babe.
wrote that in the
Thank you,
script?
baby.
Who
Thank you,
wrote that in the
baby.
script? Who wrote for Emma to Trump? So what is this? Are you? I was like, when Emma started doing this and giving sister neck. All
I said,
right.
when this the shoe must have wore off real fast.
They just wore off instantly when she heard that baby. It was like, I ain't high no more. I'm delivered. I ain't high no more. What you
Done.
say, baby? What? Like, because she was all engrossed enough in that moment, and I noticed that Richard didn't have on no raincoat. We running around and everything was all looked gorgeous. It looked. I was here for it. I ain't ready to take that risk. Not with this type of circle anyway. It was everything. It was beautiful, but we sobered up real quick, and I'm like, you bold heifer. Thank you, baby. She's like, this feels intimate. Like, what's going on? This was crazy. Like the fact that she got upset. Richard, like this, they're acting like they're first timers. You guys are regular swingers. Like you guys are regular. You would think that if it's just like, well, before we take her indulge in anything, let me make sure just have your Jimmy on underneath them pants, Blair. Okay, at this point, because we saw how it went last time, and she did that whole tangent. There are rules and effing this and F this, and how could so girl, as if you really just care. This isn't that we're worried about the wrong thing, and we're thinking about. He said he just knocked it out of the park, and I ain't hear a lady say she was leaving to go take anybody's plan B or nothing. She said, "I'm just getting out of here."
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. All right, that's not safe. But yeah, this is everybody sobered up real quick just because she uttered baby. Yeah, them shrooms wasn't as strong as we thought they were.
Sloan planning, but she ain't playing. She ain't playing it that well. Kay, talk to me about this. Thank you, baby. Does Sloan even care anymore at this point, or is she just that inebriated?
Well, she thought because everybody was going to be in a psychedelic high that, it would probably be fine. But
Emma
see,
woke up.
that's where she underestimated that Emma actually really liked Jacob. Okay, she really liked her man, and that was crossing the line. Okay, that's when you sober up real fast and say, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. What are we doing here? Because I didn't even say that to your man, but you say, and he don't. I'm the only one that we supposed to be calling the bait. What is these pet names and stuff that y'all got going on? And then Sloan have the nerve to freak out on everybody. Like you doing a lot of wrong, but then when one wrong thing happened, then you want to make the wrong everything that was wrong. Something have to be right in there. Like no, you can't. You keep trying to govern this foolishness the best of your abilities, and then you freak out when things go completely wrong, as if this wasn't a whole wrong situation in the first place.
Okay, she said, but it's how dare you do this? It's my birthday. Ugh.
Thank you, baby. Anything for my favorite lady.
When he came over there and blew that smoke in her face to calm her down, it was like, I know she better don't. What the hell's going on here?
She was like, thank
And so
you.
you're probably like, why the hell you freak? You already you the one you got us all gathered here today for a damn orgy, and then you get mad when the orgy don't go exactly as planned, as if orgies go exactly as planned in the first place. When you got all these people involved, bumping and grinding in this first place, she had a real control issue there because she wanted to be able to keep control over the situation. But how much control can you have over swinging while you high on mushrooms? Like, be for real.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what she thought. EJ. Thank you, baby. Anything for my favorite lady.
Listen, y'all know I got to give it to everybody. So I feel like all the adults that made the decision to take shrooms and to know that they're going to be out of their freaking minds and that anything could possibly happen when you're out of your mind. I got to give credit to all of y'all. Yes, Sloan put all of this together, but before everybody got out of their minds, anybody could have backed out of this. First of all, Jacob could have backed out of this. Jacob could have took his ass away the first time when he was like, oh no, we're not finna do this. I don't care what he had to do. I would have been sick. I would have been all the things. Man, my stomach hurt so bad. Ain't no way. I got diarrhea like a mug. I cannot go. I got to stay at home. That's what I would have been on. Like, ain't nobody want nobody that got diarrhea. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. So, like, that would have been his perfect out. But no, you wanted to see Sloan. You wanted to put yourself in this situation. And then neck roll, Emma Come on now, stop playing with me. First of all, you wasn't even high enough if you were able to come out of that high just that quick. When I feel like when they went in with when she was like the baby thing, she could have said baby and got away with it, but it was the way that Jacob blew that day and gone smoke in her mouth. That's what the problem was. It was the intimacy of it. Because they in a situation like this, I mean, people probably swinging around the word babies all the time and don't nobody really mean it like baby. You know what I'm saying? Like baby. But it was the way it came out and the way he blew that smoke. You see how he holding her face? That's intimacy and that's familiarity. And that's what Emma saw. And that's what pissed her off. It wasn't the word exactly. And you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry, Emma, you got your man been busting it open for her.
Yet and still Blair over there busting shots and shooting up clubs.
It's just stupid. Now that part was stupid after he got mad about the whole situation. How you gonna get mad about that? When you just did the same thing? I get he wasn't, but she took the time to put a whole condom in her mouth. And
you in this line, I'm not your friend. I barely know you.
Listen,
I love that part.
Her whole chest. What? That's your damn friend. I barely know you. Let it go.
I love that
Tyra,
part.
talk about it, Tyra, because that's what got me. You betrayed me, Sloan. You betrayed me. She's like,
so honoring, like, look, like as if you haven't been gaslighting, like. Let's do nails type energy. Like, let's hang. Like, you've been plotting on her this entire time, but you built it as like a friend. Like, let's kick back, girl. I can tell you about my man, my trials and tribulations, what I feel like maybe going on with him, us not growing as a couple. And I'm telling you about myself. We're divulging things. We're just friendly and comfortable enough now to where we're open enough to, you know, have a couple of shrooms and have a little foursome or whatever. Like, yeah, this isn't that. Like, these are her true colors. Like, oh, girl, I just. I don't even know you. I know this man. I know this D. I know Indigenous babe. Girl, I don't know you. I don't owe you anything. Sloan said it's my birthday. Are we forgetting that it's my birthday? What the hell are you talking about? It's like, oh, calm down. It's just a little skunk. Act like you ain't never had nothing up there. I can hear it dripping down your leg now.
like, she said that, Lord.
Oh. I can hear it falling out of you. Girl, please grow up. It's just sex. Do we all want this? Huh? Did we all want? I was like, what is she talking about?
You wanted it. You wanted this.
We all wanted this. I just, I might have facilitated it, lied, and acted like somebody else, and they actually didn't, and took more shrooms and let y'all take some shrooms and watch this happen and been sleeping with him on the side behind everybody's back. But we all wanted this. Stop acting like it's just me. I was like, this is a sick woman. Somebody put her out of her freaking misery. This is how you get got. This is how you get murked. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? Girl, people die for less. This is crazy. This is crazy. Trust no one.
Oh, listen, anyone else have anything to say about this? Listen, I'm not your friend. I barely know you, ma'am.
After she would have said that, I'd have asked her, can you fight? Because after this exchange that you had would be only something I would do with somebody apparently that I would consider probably a friend and everything. And now so I'm not your friend. So basically what you showed me that all of this was so you could have my man.
Yeah.
How can you fight?
But was Indigenous Bay even her man though? Like, and not to be on Sloan, I'm not on Sloan's side with this, but how much of your man was he, EJ? How much was Indigenous Bay Emma's man for real? It didn't take much to get him in them guts. Like, it didn't take much for him to.
Which is my whole point, Ashley. Like, even though I think Sloane is horrible for everything that she's done, I think this is a terrible thing for her to do. I think she manipulated this entire situation. I think that all of the things are wrong on Sloane's end. But I also feel like we got to throw some blame around to these other folks too. Richard for always giving her what she wants, always going along, never putting any boundaries up, never saying anything, never saying what he really want to say, and for not wearing that doggone condom, that part too. But I mean, at the end of the day, Emma, you chose to go into this. You're the one who wanted to have this birthday party for, or whatever you want to call it. You're the one who wanted to do all of this. Like, let's stop playing like Sloane wasn't right about that one thing. Like, we really did all want this. Yes, I kind of manipulated and set it up. But at the end of the day, did nobody say no?
No. She was putting on prophylactics with her mouth. She should have been putting one on Richard. You couldn't double dose to both of them while he was out here trying to
That's what she should have did.
Yes, because Richard wouldn't leave her out there like that. Richard would have opened 10 condoms with his mouth.
Blair was over there like, oh, like, oh.
man was having a good time.
He
I
could
mean,
barely
before
find a vagina, let alone put something on it. Like,
before he stopped, this was they was having a good time at this freak off.
Yeah,
Richard
that's
was
exactly.
enjoying himself. He was like in it. I said, "Oh, Richard is in that thing, go man." And Emma looked like she was enjoying it too. Y'all saw Emma; she was taking it. She was like, "Wait a minute."
I
They
just
said,
feel like they were just all like beta fish in the pond with a pariah. I just feel like they don't stand a chance with Sloane. I feel like she is an epic master manipulator. I feel like these little hoe bumpkins didn't stand a chance. I don't even know if hoe bumpkins is a word.
Sloan got up there and said,
The
"Evil,
word now.
evil is good."
And I had to capture this shot because I felt like Sloane was like immaculately beautiful after. I'm not gonna DeWanda Wise, baby. The face card never declines, and the way that they have lit her, done her makeup, everything to me has been chef's kiss. The colors that they have had this melanated queen in, everything has worked. So kudos to the costuming and makeup, hair, lighting, all of that, because she has been lit beautifully throughout this entire series. But when it comes down to it, Richard's hurt now. He done busted one off, shot the club up with old girl, but he's upset with her because you can lie to everybody. She says, "We do this all the time, honey. Richard, we lie all the time. But you don't lie to me. You don't lie to me, though." Tyra, talk to me about this. How could you lie to me, though?
girl, if Richard don't grow up, Richard. How many times is this? He likes this. This isn't their first rodeo. This isn't the first time she's done something like this. This is why he was working so hard to keep her the hell away from Indigenous Bay in the first place. She's been down these raggedy tracks a couple of times before, and it's just like, oh, like but you lied to me. I think she's shown those true colors. I think he likes this. I think that this is their relationship. I think this is just the next, set of victims. This couple, she saw that, man. She knew old Indigenous Bay ain't stand a chance. She already knew what that was. And little Emma, girl, you got to do better. If we were doing all of this, and especially prior, your relationship wasn't that damn strong in the first place. And she says that, like, he's just been kind of wayward and floating and in between. But eventually, I want a marriage. I want to settle down and I want to have kids. He clearly is not there and wasn't there. That's why it was so easy for him to fall into this hot chocolate. Yeah, Richard. This is. I think this is their relationship. I don't think that this is probably like the biggest thing, but I don't think this kind of scenario of her lying and manipulating him to get what she wanted, and he's just trying to satisfy and please her, so he's going to say yes and try to be stern, and I'll get to pick the man. Yeah, that's not him going, I get to pick the man and I get to rip the condom and I got to be there. I think that was after the fact of something really happening and her slipping and falling and spending the wrong amount of time with somebody who was just supposed to be a F off type situation. This is them. I'm just surprised at how he can still be surprised at who she really is.
That's the thing, because I mean, you don't have rose-colored glasses on at this point. You haven't been that blinded by her beauty in all these years that y'all have been together. EJ, how could you lie to me, though? How could you lie to me?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing right there, y'all. I felt a little something in my heart. Like, y'all know how the Grinch heart grew like a little bit. That's how my heart grew for Richard, like that. I was like, dang it, Richard. Like, yeah, bro, she lied to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give her, like, let her do whatever. She out here doing the absolute most on a boat, on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And she lied to you. Okay. So yeah, I was like really, really feeling where he was coming from. I wasn't mad at Richard in this moment, but at the same time, y'all know I gotta give it to him just the same way though. Because at the end of the day, it's like you said, something else done happened. Like, it's just we know you know your wife. You know exactly what it was. And when you saw that dude, you know that there was something more than that. And you knew that that's why she was pushing. And the fact that you even gave into that says to me that you knew she was going to do it anyway. So why not just let me go ahead and give it to her, because she about to do it anyway. At least this won't mess up my relationship, is what you were thinking. But you didn't think that she would keep going. After the fact, you thought she would scratch that itch and it would be done, but it's Sloan.
He knew he had to know that it wasn't over, because he was side-eyeing her ever since. Kay, how could you lie to me? We lie to people all the time, Sloan, but you don't lie to me.
Again, they act like swinging is foolproof. Y'all act like y'all doing this, bringing other people, other spirits, other energy, strangers into your home is a smooth selling process, and it's not. So don't look shocked and appalled when it hits the van. Like y'all are playing with fire, and then you get burned and say, "Oh my God, that wasn't supposed to hurt." Yes, it was. You're playing with fire. No, take that L, dog. Go on, take that L.
She said, "Go on and
It's
take
the
it."
rules, Kay. It's the rules. We got
We have
rules.
rules. We have fucking rules, girl.
Armand had rules too, and you see what happened to him.
Oh, here we
Had
go.
a rule before.
We got to go back to the gremlin. It always comes back to the gremlin. Always comes back to Armand. Now I didn't sleep on this oversized chair. This chair looked so comfy. She actually looked really, really comfortable. But he left her. Richard left, and I said it can't be safe to drive home in that condition. Richard, really? But she's on the couch, and Indigenous Bay is like, "Look, you got to go." She's like, "Oh," but he's like, "No, none of that." He said, "Before I met you, I was doing good. I was on the straight and narrow. I was out here trying to be a good man. Then you came and you effed up everything. So I need you to get out. And I don't want to see you anymore." And then Richard comes and says, "Get in the back. You get in the back of the bus, Miss Daisy, who was it? Rosa Parks. Get in the back. And not only that, but you're going to sleep in the barn." You can't sleep here. You're gonna sleep in the barn. So not only did she get broken up with by Indigenous Bay, who I don't think she ever. On the boat, he said, "I can't quit you." He was awfully quick to quit her in this moment, and now she got to ride in the back seat and sleep in the barn. Okay, back seats and breakups. Is Sloan getting her just desserts at this point?
Because as much as because I'm when he approached her, I'm like. So is Emma not leaving you? So y'all, what are we doing? Or like, are we working it out together or something? Because if she's mad at Sloan, she should be mad at you too. Like both of y'all can get it. So what are we doing here? We can't be mad at one and not the other because both of y'all can catch a beat down. Neither one of you is too good for it. Okay, both of y'all can catch these hands. But again, she played with fire and then got upset that she got burned. Like you can't expect to manipulate people and them to be okay with it, but that's a narcissistic move. Because see, at this point, when you're a narcissist, she's still not thinking she hasn't done anything wrong. She's still like, I can't believe that they mad at me over this. I can't believe they acting like this. Like she's still looking shocked and appalled, like she don't understand what's going on right now. Like I thought everybody was down for the swirl. So we not y'all really acting like this. Well, I give y'all a few days to cool off then. Like she really I don't understand. Like, no, God. Baby, you hurt everybody. Oh, they mad.
But Indigenous Bay needs to take damn accountability, right? Because she did literally take his peen out. Why she did, but she didn't make you. You know what I mean? Like you weren't forced, sir. She told you what to do and you just did it that first time on the boat. But Indigenous, you have agency. I'm sick of all these men in her orbit that act like they have no agency. Like she seduced you that hardcore. Indigenous Bay, she's the one who messed up your relationship.
She said, handle it. After that, he's been handling it ever since.
Oh my goodness. EJ, talk to me about back seats and breakups. And is the onus completely on Sloan, or I think I know how you feel. You kind of alluded to it earlier. He needs to take some ownership too.
Yes, absolutely. I'm giving ownership to all these grown folks today because at the end of the day, Indigenous Bay, let's just be real. When this all started, all he had to do was just say, no, you knew that you were in a relationship. We all know what Sloan and them do. Like everybody know at this point, but you knew that that's not what y'all do, right? You knew that you were trying to do better and be in this relationship with Emma. And you saw how she was moving when she was being friends with Emma. And then when y'all finally decided to cross that line and still doing the do with you, that should have gave you a whole bunch of red flags about who she was and how she was moving. And that tells me a lot about you, that you are the same person in the sense because you allowed that to go on. Like you were okay with her doing that. You were like, okay, you can do, and this is somebody you're supposed to love. Don't love me like that then. Don't love me enough to let somebody screw me over and then I get blindsided by it. Don't love me like that. you can go. I'm sorry. But the way he came at her, I was not feeling it. I was like, Sloan is a lot of things, but you gonna really just try to blame this all on her? No, you need to take accountability for it. And if Emma stayed with him, that's her dumb fault too. You better give him the same smoke you was giving Sloan with all these damn neck movements.
Myra.
She's not. She said she's gonna say, "Oh, that's sneaky, pretty sneaky, sis. How you corrupted me and my man." Like, yeah, she's not gonna give any blame. I mean, this just basically said, "Hey, wake up, get up." It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. I gotta get back to real life. This was never that. They were always together, acting like they were transcendent and like if I just wasn't with my partner, I would probably. It was never that for her, and this was sex. This was lust. This was, sneaky, freaky leak type energy. I wonder, like this is the attraction. That all right, the air is gone. That the air's been sucked out of the room. This is over. Because the fact that Sloan got up, like, well, yeah. So you trying to, like, girl, would you get?
Sloan don't give a damn.
Please, like, it's early in the morning. You know what they say about morning? What? Like, ma'am, let's go. You got to get your stuff and get out of the house. This stuff has gotten real. I'm about to lose my actual woman who I care about now. You got to go. Her being in the back seat, like when this fixes
get in the back.
Like this Band-Aid, like you're acting childish, keeping secrets lying to me. Get in the back. Like I was like this, and this is proving what, Richard? Her getting in the back and you giving her this treatment throughout the rest of the episode. Who is this for? Because if it was all of that, then you would have left her. This is punishment. Like this is sick. You do all of that and you get on. You know what? You get condemned to the backseat in the barn. Double B's. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Y'all, thank you so much. And shout out to the 87 people who are here on a Sunday night to talk 3 women. Y'all come when it's Sloan, huh? Y'all not. No, I wasn't trying to no puns with that. That sounded gross. Sorry. But you guys.
No, whoa. Ashley, say it again and whisper it into the microphone.
I said you guys always come for Sloan. You do.
You ain't saying like you whisper it. You gotta make it seem like it's like a 1-800 number. Like, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys always come for Sloan. Okay.
Yeah.
But please stay for this. I want to say thank you and let you guys know what we have coming up, Lord. This next Saturday.
I am no longer your master.
Video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
Master.
You sure look like a master to me.
This is Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
I know what it's like to lose precious things.
I am no longer your master. Shogun.
Video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
Master.
You sure look like a master to me.
This is Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
I know.
Mute it, Ashley.
You guys know that this Saturday we will be having a members only watch along and I will be hosting The Last Dragon and I cannot wait. It is one of my favorite cult classics. So we guys hope that you join at least one of the memberships on the panel so that you guys can be in attendance and watch that together. But again, thank you guys so much for being here and cutting up with us, because Tyra's always going to take me to the limit. She can't help herself. She gets a kick out of it, y'all. But finally, Sloan comes over bearing gifts to a very pregnant Gia at this point, because a B got nothing to lose. I'm finna tell you everything you want to know for this book. I'm gonna air it all out because I've lost everything. Now, this is the most unkempt we have seen a Sloan since the season has begun, but she's coming bringing baby stuff because she knows Gia has not prepared for this child. I don't even know if Gia believes this baby is really gonna be a thing or happen. EJ, because a B ain't got nothing to lose, I'm about to tell you this story. Plus, you're a terrible person just like me, so who better to tell?
Okay, and look, face part still not declining, looking like a ragamuffin, but still not declining because she can't never look bad ever, ever, ever. I love Sloan, y'all. She my favorite character. I'm sorry, Sloan. She my favorite character. But yeah, I mean, I love the fact that she gave Gia all these things because Gia is broke and ain't got no money and she needs something for this baby. So we doing what we do. And I love the fact that she's just straight up with her. Like at the end of the day, I ain't got itch to lose, but you need something. I'm going to give you this. But at the end of the day, I don't for 1 second sit up there and act like you doing this for me. You doing this for you, period. Okay. And that is what it is. I love that. You can't lose with her with where she's at right now. And I feel like she's trying to figure it out at this point because how I'm gonna get back in this man's good graces because I done messed up. I done lost Indigenous Bay. I done lost a little bit of a friend that I did have because I'm pretty sure none of these other women really hang out with her. She had Emma because Emma didn't know no better. Just saying.
I mean, she got that one friend who said, my apartment's open in the city when this all hits the fan. Okay. Because a B ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to tell you everything you want to know. Is that a worthy reason?
At that point, she don't. She put everything she had on the line already, and she lost. And she probably still thinks some people are guilty in all of this. But I mean, the way she looked rough right now, it looks like they ain't let up off of her ass. So apparently she had to at least face her consequences. Like, dang, they still, so they really mad. Well, let me go over to somebody who just as raggedy as I am, because I guarantee you her broke ass ain't even got a pot to piss in or a bed for that little baby. Because if she's like me, I know she a raggedy heifer too. So let me go over there to this other raggedy heifer because she ain't gonna judge me with the foolishness I'm about to tell her.
Tyra, why make it known to the whole world, right? The inside, the machinations of your manipulation, all that. Why make that known to the entire world? Is it because a B ain't got nothing to lose? Talk to me about it.
I told you this is how she was gonna make her way over there to her. So she was gonna have to be down on her luck, back against the wind for her to make her way on down over there to Gia and want to give her story in the first place. Because why else would she even show up over there? I don't know what kind of validation she's supposed to get and people knowing. She just wants to feel like she's right and justified in the way that she's been moving. No book is gonna make that happen. And if this is how this lady was really moving, get some help. Get some help, please. But I was at least she tried to have, you know what, let's not act like you're doing this for me. This is for you. That's just my one. I'm like, well, at least that's established. But yeah, the best thing about this situation is that we brought that little pregnant girl some stuff for that baby.
Yeah, so the baby at least have something when it comes, because she's not preparing anyway. Tyra, we got one more episode, you guys. For those who don't know, the finale is.
What the hell Gia got on?
The finale is next week. This was a 10-episode series, and we were here every Sunday night to talk about these raggedy 4 women, because it wasn't just 3, it was 4 that we actually had to meet and to learn. And this is all based on, again, true story. Like, it's just, that's sending me that these are real people, but alas, it is what it is. Before we get into our predictions, Tyra, do me a favor. Pretty Girl made a comment about the questions. And if you've been here, you know that in a lot of the lives, I did do some questions, like scenario situations. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to see that in the finale. A 2 if you don't need the little interactive games. A 1 if you guys do. Do that for me as Tyra answers this. What's next with Hobo Gia and her red knee and the same pearls?
Hopefully they give Gia some Section 8 so she can move out of, this homeless shelter she lives. Because what the hell is this? What she got on? What is going on here? She always looked like she'd been through it. She looked like what she'd been through all the time. Ugh. Look unkept and unclean. As far as what's next, like, of course we have to wrap it up. So we have to get all 4 of these women in one episode. I'm interested to see what they do. It is the finale, and I want to see what they do to leave the door open for a second season. I don't think any of us, I don't know. I think we all just put like limited series on this because that's just what it feels like. But clearly, there's room for more in their mind. And you say that they are already greenlit for that second season.
That's
So
what I read, child. I read that they are greenlit for season 2.
Where the heck do we go from here? I don't know. I guess we'll see Gia have this baby and run off on the plug twice. So Sloan just gonna be Sloan. Like, she ain't going nowhere. That husband ain't going nowhere. Like, if he didn't want this, he would have divorced her a long time ago. I guess we'll get more into that book, but she has confirmation of her story now. It's just about us getting the book on the shelf at this point. We got to see Maggie. We gotta wrap that up, don't we? We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, because they still haven't met.
Yeah,
right?
they still haven't. They're saving that for whenever. So we have to get through. It's a lot to shove into one episode. I'll say that because we still have to have her meet her and get her story, and we ain't even had no time with her and Maggie at this point. And who won it? Ugh.
Nobody.
And then there's Lena. Better. Hopefully Lena is just in a better place, okay? Hopefully she's in a better place, in a better Walmart, having to be in a better mom. And she's just good. And I feel like she already had a revelation about what her relationship was to old boy and where we left her off and him not even remembering the incident that took place in high school. So hopefully that's done. And we just see her being a really good mom to her kids, whether she's, with that man who called her a wool, a wet blanket or not.
He's just a wet wool. Lord have mercy. Kay, what's next for these heifers? What's next for the 4 of them?
Gia looks like she panhandles, but then be mad when she attract niggas that work at Kmart.
Okay.
Because who else gonna want you looking like this and chase you all across the country? Because you look broke, you're gonna attract a broke man. I want
you
Maggie.
Look dusty.
Exactly. I want Maggie to actually step outside of the Twilight books and realize you're not a storybook character. This is real life. You're not going to find your Edward Cullen, okay? He's not there. He doesn't exist. That's an imaginary man. You're not going to meet that fellow. And anybody that comes into your life and pretends to be Edward Cullen, he lying to you just like that teacher did. I need you to wake up and smell the roses because she's doing too much. Lena, if you going to leave that man who was at least paying all the bills in the house and didn't make you have to go to work, then you need to get a job. Okay, you need the word of the day is job. JOB. Okay, because if you're not gonna stay with him, your ass need to be employed, and don't go up to them people offices trying to get an application with them rolled gloves on. We don't want to see it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And Sloan only putting this story in a book because she's a narcissist. She wants somebody. She wants somebody to talk about her, whether it's good or bad. But you're still gonna talk about me. My name gonna be in your mouth.
Oh, Lord. She says, my name will live on in infamy. EJ, what's next for these ones? What's next for them, Lord?
So I'm hoping that Sloan and Richard get there happily ever after, doing all their swinging and things. Because if we gonna get a season 2 of this, we need we need that couple to stay together, because that is the only thing that kept me like in this show. So I need these two to stay together so we can have more shenanigans on down the line. Don't care what it is. I just need them, right? Because if I got to deal with Lena and Maggie and what's her name, I'm going to need them to be together for whatever reason. So that part. So I hope they get back together. And then the other part is I want Lena to find some solace in something. Like, I just want her to do better, be better, and just have an overall better mentality when it comes to dating and men and all this type of stuff. Be one with herself. As a matter of fact, forget the dating, forget the men. I need her to be one with herself and just really, really lean into loving herself. I mean, she already is proficient with the vibrators. Just hang on to those and do that until we can, love ourselves again. I'm just saying. Yes, she's proficient. Did you not
I
see
wouldn't call her proficient. She fell out in the middle of
girl daddy talking about her peeing in them damn rocks. Girl, what are you doing?
I mean, she was in the school parking lot. I mean, she was in the washing machine. I mean, she proficient with it. She had that big. I mean, she proficient. Let's just let that be it.
Like, she never looked so homeless. I was like, get up.
Girl,
Lord.
doing the most. Gia, I just hope she have a healthy. I hope she have a healthy baby when it's all said and done. And I hope that she actually called him on the phone like she said she was, because we all know she probably gonna be a runner. But at least call him and say, "Hey, I had a baby. I had a baby." And
She better call that man. She's a despicable creep.
I hope she called him, girl. And then Maggie, Lord have mercy. Like you said, we haven't actually made the connection between these two. So I just hope she finds some peace of mind or something. I don't know. I don't like looking at Maggie's story. So peace of
I don't
mind.
either. I hope if they come back with another season, maybe it's new women.
Please.
Um,
Except for
or
Sloane.
maybe it's sent. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to see Sloan anymore. Because what do you do from here? Where do we go?
Show without Slime. She gonna find what they gonna do from here? Find another couple to devastate.
I think we get 3 more women. I think we get 3 new women.
We need to get some that are not delayed.
I mean, I see the thread that tracks amongst the 4 of them. I see the commonality. I just wish one of them had some kind of sense. Like, I don't know. There's like a depravity to all of them for me. Like,
that's the point. Nobody here is likable. Not one of them. Not even for Maggie. We didn't get. I don't feel like we got nothing with Maggie. And we spent. I think low key we spent the most. It feels like we spent the most time with her.
Hers just dragged out. Yeah,
Definitely.
but I think they balanced it because, like the agent said, the writers, the directors, everybody on this project knew Sloan was the only interesting story. The story that was going to really grab. But you guys, that was it for episode 9. This was the penultimate episode. We will be back next week to cover the finale. And by popular demand, we absolutely will have some scenarios. I will put out my best scenarios for our next live. So it'll be fun, super interactive. And, we'll dissect this whole season up in the finale episode, you guys. But thank you so much for being here. This was a good night, and I know how you guys feel about Sloan, so thank you very much for being here and showing all of the love and support. But before we go, I want to know, Tyra, what's going on over there? It's Struggle Reviews TV. The struggle is spectacular.
Ma'am, please, this is late.
It's fine.
I'm currently watching Silo. For any of you in the chat who are here for Silo, we are getting into that series next. So yeah, that's interesting. Wednesday, after we go through all things from, y'all already know what those days are dedicated to. We will be paying tribute to Tony Todd in a major way, and that's gonna be really great. I found some stuff I didn't even know he did for as long as he's been in the industry, and please chime in and support us there, or support me there, and also join afterwards for the Candyman watch along. That's gonna be really, 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 really fun. I haven't actually seen it in a while. But yeah, y'all know what it is. Y'all know we here all the time. But yeah, be on the lookout for those things, especially us paying respect to that legend.
Absolutely, you guys. Please go and support the commemoration, because that's special, because he's kind of an icon. And like I said, I know him from Star Trek and daggum, was it Deep Space Nine, honestly. And that's my, because I don't have no horror repertoire. Okay, what's going on over there at A Slice of Horror this week? What you got going on?
Oh, what do I have going on? Tomorrow, after Disclaimer, me and A Night of Horror will do a watch along for Tony Todd to watch A Night of Living Dead, not the original, but the one that Tony Todd is in. My From Theories video I will be releasing in a few minutes. Let's see, from live on Tuesday, the Penguin season finale, which airs today. I will be doing a live panel on Wednesday to talk about the finale. So y'all show up for that. This is the last episode. We ain't get no more after this. And this has been an amazing show. I love it. So we're going to talk about it live. And we will be getting back to Married at First Sight this week.
Yes. And EJ over at the TV Junkie, what's happening this week?
Yeah, so First and foremost, shout out to Sloan. Everybody needs to go over there to them and make sure that y'all type in hashtag Sloan so that they can bring her back because we need that. So, but on my channel, we are definitely going to be, I'll be dropping some more All the Queen's Men content this week. I have a couple of videos up for I have the Eat, Love, Slay, my quick thoughts on that. Also, my quick thoughts over something else that we talked about. I don't know why it just left my head, but whatever it was we talked about, I have
Meet
quick
me
thoughts
next
on
Christmas.
Yep, that's it. Meet me next Christmas. That one as well. And then, of course, we're going to talk about Tia. I think we got 2 more episodes of Tia, so we got to talk about Tia this week. We got to talk about Tia. And then I think that's about it. And then, all the stuff that we'll be doing together. So just turn your notifications on. We in this thing.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. You guys know how I feel about you guys. Make sure that if you're in the membership, you go to the community tab and get the link for Discord. I will be putting one out to all the subbies for our general Discord, so you guys can communicado with us and give us your input. We'll have a lot of fun surveys and like watch lists and all kinds of fun stuff over there. And we really want to get you guys involved over there. So thank you guys so much for being here. But stay tuned so you guys can see our official calendar for the rest of November, what we have going on. But thank you guys so much. Love you guys real bad. And we will see you tomorrow for Disclaimer. And of course, the day after that, and the day after, and the day after that.